Chairperson Remark, I would like to call Mr. Ravikanth Sama, Delivery and Supported AML and Financial Crime Practice Azentio. Mr. Sama is the Global Delivery Head of Anti-Money Laundering AML and Financial Crime Management at Azentio Software, managing implementation and support globally. With over 20 years of experience, he specializes in KYC processes, risk classification, transaction monitoring, and regulatory reporting. He has worked closely with financial institutions worldwide, addressing AML challenges with his product advisory and domain expertise. He has been instrumental in evolving AML solutions, integrating AI and ML to detect suspicious transactions, reduce false positives, and improve alert scoring analytics, aligning with regulatory and technological advancement. A proponent of meditation, spirituality, and healthy living, he values a balanced and holistic life. Can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Ravikanth Sama?
Yeah. Thank you all. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Yes. Yeah. Good to see all of you industry folks coming for this unique gathering. It's my privilege to address, the august audience. See, though I'm not a banker, but coming from the, having spent a lot of time with most of the financial institutions, the amount of knowledge I've gained, a lot of people actually, when I interact with my customers, they feel that I'm actually a banker. No, I'm actually not a banker. I've actually understood the banking based on the knowledge sharing which I've gained by meeting so many customers. Mr. Balaji has actually, told an interesting statement. He's saying, challenges create a lot of new opportunities. See, I belong to the IT company, but having worked with many of the bankers, the amount of knowledge we gain, in terms of how solutions have to be designed is very, very critical. See, most of my time, I've actually spent on the financial crime aspect. I've spent, initial days, we used to interact regularly with the Financial Intelligence Unit, a lot of senior folks in the IBA, Indian Bankers Association group, in framing the AML policies, which were at the nascent stage, couple of decades back. But now, as you see in 2025, things have completely changed. So where we were and where we are now, it is completely different. So if you purely go by the digitalization, which has happened, which is India has adopted in the last decade, it is phenomenal. So, you can UPI, you look at UPI, okay, the number of transactions banks used to handle few years back was, now you see, 2x, 3x times of transaction volumes most of the financial institutions are handling. A lot of, is attributed to the UPI. It's a game changer, which is a decision taken by the government of India to make India a completely cashless economy. So while most of the companies are adapting to the digitalization framework or transformation, see, anything which is actually giving a lot of benefits, it has its own challenges. So these are some of the challenges where, IT solutions play a critical role. So if you look at digital transformation, you have cyber security risks. You have, nowadays, when you talk about people talk about AI, machine learning. Even RBI actually came up with a mandate, or they have given a guideline to all the financial institutions saying that, okay, we are okay if the financial institutions are adopting the AML techniques in improving their operational efficiency. So, few years back, it was not the case, okay, where countries, like US, Europe, they were adopting AML techniques for a very long time. But now, things have completely changed. Because in India, the bigger problem is the quantum of data volumes we are talking about. It cannot be compared with any of the other countries. China is an exception, apart from India. The volumes we talk about is humongous. As Mr. Balaji mentioned, the number of transactions, the number of customers, 64% are actually, part of the banking system. It's humongous. If I talk about the pure volumes, see, SBI, State Bank of India, does a transactions of more than 300 million a day. It was, around 100 million, 3 times, has increased, over the period of 5-6 years. Huge. And the more and more rural areas it reaches, with UPI, rural banking has increased substantially. I'm expecting that the complexities in this space are going to increase. So hence, it is important that the financial institutions adopt the right frameworks, right security measures, whether they are adopting, say, for example, AI, ML, when you talk about buzzword technology, it is actually revolutionizing businesses in taking their decision-making, user experience, customer experience, and it brings a lot of operational efficiency. It does not come, for free. It has its own challenges. It has humongous challenges, Implementing an AI/ML model on a large data volumes is not a challenge, but that is a problem or an opportunity for the IT vendors, to come up with innovative solutions. How can actually they come up with an optimized solution which can address the problem? That's the beauty of it. Any challenge which comes out of IT innovation, any IT innovation or a problem, you create a challenge and you again come up with another solution. Similarly, blockchain, when you talk about blockchain, see, India is, yet to get into that full mode. See, with Bitcoins and everything, things have started long time back. Blockchains, from a security threat perspective, they're very, very good, but however, they have their own challenges. They have the, interoperability, okay, is a major issue. Cross-chain technology is a major issue. You have, how can I integrate my legacy systems with a blockchain technology platform? Is it so seamless? How cost efficient it is? There are a lot of other challenges in adopting to new technologies like blockchain. Similarly, when we talk about cyber security, okay, now most of the companies have actually ensured that the cyber security measures are in place, but still, when too much of digitalization is happening, it is always prone to more number of security threats. So hence it is essential for all the financial institutions to decide the right tech platform and also ensure that they have the right governance process internally so that these cyber threats are arrested. So in general, if you look at, I'm expecting that in future, maybe in 5 years down the line, we are, quantum computing may be a new thing, which may again, in addition to the blockchain, whatever we are talking, quantum computation can again become a new technology which will ensure that from a performance aspect, security aspect, it can take care of many other things. But again, it will bring new challenges, like the way we are facing with AML or blockchain or other aspects. We should be prepared in ensuring that we have the right IT solutions, right framework, right measures, security measures in addressing all these aspects. See, artificial intelligence, if it can actually blend well, okay, it can actually reshape the industry. If it can blend well with the sustainable finance, it can actually give significant positive impacts and help in the economic growth of the country. See, as Mr. Balaji mentioned, in his speech, see, if I look back, practically if I look back how things were, 20 years back and how things are now, it is huge, you can't even compare, the generation, Gen Alpha or Gen Beta folks, we are actually, from the older generation. Things have changed so drastically that every year what new is coming, we are not able to anticipate. That's how things are progressing. Indian government is also pushing very hard in adopting to new technologies. They're actually pushing very aggressively. A lot of support is coming from the government. At the same time, see, while we are actually running towards adopting to the latest technologies, it is essential that financial institutions take a judicious, cautious approach in adopting to these latest tech trends, because as they say that whenever something new comes, it has its own risks attached to it. Unless until we have a solid framework and the right tech solution, it becomes very difficult for them to actually arrest the cyber risks and cyber threats. So in a nutshell, I'm just doing a time check. Yeah, in a nutshell, so my remark to the financial institutions, to all the folks who are part of this conference, is that you choose the right partner, your right tech partner, have the right tech security framework in place, and then things can go well along. So I sincerely thank all of you for attending this conference. I wish you that you have a wonderful time in the conference during the day. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Mr. Sama, I would request you to please stay back on the stage. And to do the honors, I would like to call Mr. Vivek Manchanda from Yes Bank to felicitate Mr. Ravindra Sama.